Rashad, you guys pick up the first win of the season. How does it feel like to get in that win column?
It's definitely nice to finally have a win under our belt. Came a little later than expected, but it's all good. So happy about that, man. We're looking on the next week now. So we got another good opponent in Army. So gonna be Friday Night Lights at the Dome. So it's gonna be exciting.
How do you describe Army's offense?
Complex. It has a lot of moving parts. With those type of offenses, man, you just gotta be really keyed in with your assignment. Know where your eyes should be, and even when everybody's moving and it's a bunch of mess in the middle, you gotta stay disciplined and stay on your assignment. So it's gonna be big. That's gonna be big for us this week. We had to be just real sound and disciplined this week.
Is it a challenge to adjust to something that's a little bit unorthodox like that when you have one less day to prepare than in a normal week?
You can definitely say that for sure. Because like you said, a normal week is on Saturday. We play Friday this week. But, we're just going to go do what we do, man. We're going to prepare the same way that we always do, regardless if we have an extra day, one day less, and we're going to go out there and go play ball.
I know they've changed some things up in terms of what they do on offense. Are there things you can draw from previous preparations against them, or is it kind of a fresh slate when you look at this offense?
I feel like it's pretty fresh when I look at them. It's not the standard hand in the dirt, triple option anymore. It's more in the shotgun, and they'll still do a lot of reads, a lot of options and stuff like that. But it's a whole new and revamped offense. So kind of a different feel to it this year, and we're just excited to go play them.
How have you felt about your play so far this season, getting back into the swing of things?
I feel like I've been pretty solid this far. The front seven has made my job tremendously easy so far. Just the way that they've been getting after the quarterbacks and stopping the run. So, haven't had too much action, but, like I said, I feel like I played pretty solid this far. And, I feel like, still sky's the limit. We've got a long season to go, a lot of good opponents to play. So, but so far, I feel like I've done pretty well.
Is it any process of kind of getting back up to game speed for you, or do you feel like you're playing your best ball right now?
As far as the amount of plays that I'm able to make, there hasn't been too many. But I will definitely say I feel like I've been playing my best ball, just as far as like assignment sound and knowing where I'm supposed to be and being where I should be. I feel like I've been playing pretty good so far. I feel like that's the biggest thing, for me that I take the most, importance of is just being assignment sound where I should be. Like I said, the fronts haven't been going crazy, so it's been making our job way easier in the back end.
Rashad, you mentioned the front seven. They've been able to put a lot of pressure on opposing offenses. What do you attribute that to? Just they're getting after it to start the season.
I'll just say it's a lot of different things. First off is all credit to the guys up front. Because they're the ones out there in the trenches doing the work. They're the ones that's out there putting the work in every day when we go out to practice. Getting busy, and I feel like it's definitely been showing on game day, and I feel like he's just a tribute to our coaches too. Putting in a good game plan for them, knowing where, putting them in the best spots to go produce and eat. And man, I feel like it's really been showing. So, hopefully we can keep this up. We don't start smelling ourselves and don't get the big head, because that's gonna be the biggest thing now since we've been so dominant thus far. But they've definitely been putting in the work for sure, and it's been showing on game day.
What are the big differences you see in the defense through these first two games compared to what you guys did last year?
I feel like this year we're very assignment sound this year. I feel like everybody has a good understanding of the defense, where they should be in the defense and where everybody else is. I feel like we've been very disciplined. I feel like we've just been playing as a team. Being physical is just part of us, it's part of our brand, it's who we are. And we've been doing that for sure. But I feel like those are the biggest things, just being assignment sound, being disciplined, just playing as one whole unit instead of 11 different parts.
Coach Traylor gave Coach Lepp a shout out after the Texas State game. You guys shut down a pretty prolific offense there. You seen anything different out of Coach Lepp this season from a coaching side?
Coach Lepp stepped into the DC role 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And he's been doing a great job ever since. I feel like this year though, I feel like for sure he's definitely more comfortable with calling plays and running the defense, and for sure he's been on our tail way more than he may have been in the previous year. So he's been on us from day one, but I feel like this year he's been doing a great job of that, and I feel like it's been showing in the way we've been playing. So he's the head of this whole thing. He's the one that gets us going and gets us started. So the way we play is a direct reflection of him, so we don't want to go out there and embarrass him or make him look bad. So I feel like that's been a big reason why we've been playing so well.
You mentioned that you were coming into the season feeling like physically you were in the best shape you've been in. Have you noticed a difference in terms of maybe spots you're able to get to on the field or how you hold up through a game or anything related to that?
I would say definitely just feeling mentally aware of like my shoulder. Like I feel good with it. Like you know what I mean, going in making tackles doesn't worry me anymore, doesn't bother me. And I just feel like, you know what I mean, just being able to move, I feel a little bit better. My body doesn't ache as well. I feel like I've been taking recovery, you know, as important as I can, and I feel like it's been paying, you know, dividends for me, you know what I mean, just from the way I feel, and I feel like, you know what I mean, that makes a big difference, especially going later into the season for sure. And, you know what I mean, even with this week, having a short week this week, you know what I mean, I feel really good, even though we just had a game Saturday. So I feel, like I said, I still feel really good, and that's, you know, mentally, physically, spiritually, and, you know what I mean, sky's the limit. So I'm excited and, you know, I'm ready to roll.
Was there some apprehension with that initially of how the shoulder would hold up, like maybe before you hit somebody the first time or something like that?
Yeah, for sure. That's always a question for me, especially with this, you know what I mean, this going on for the last couple of seasons. But like I said, you get into the game and being able to play, you know, I knew going into this that, you know, getting in those plays and getting those reps over and over, that my confidence would keep on building. And, you know, after that first hit, I knew I was good. We've had to play some pretty big quarterbacks these last couple of weeks. So being able to hit those guys, knowing coming out there, you know what I mean, you know, unscathed, I knew that I'd be fine. So, yeah, I'm definitely feeling good about my shoulder for sure.
Your cornerbacks group has seemed pretty strong so far with, you know, you got Nick coming back and then DeJuan's getting healthy and then you add Cam in. What have you made of that position group so far?
Man, them boys go to work. Those are probably the hardest workers on our defense, honestly. And, you know what I mean, like you said, we're deep. We got Nick, we got Cam, we got DeJuan. Who else we got? We got a couple other people too that I forget. We got some younger dudes too that like Double D, Davin. They're on the scout team, but best believe in the next couple of years they'll be up there too making plays. But the boys are deep, man. They go hard, and you know what I mean. Like I said, just like all the rest of the coaches, Coach Graham is on them a lot. You know what I mean. He's on them boys like nobody's business. But I feel like that shows in the game too. So I mean, we got a great coaching staff, man, and I feel like that's been showing in the games. And you just can watch us play. You see how hard we go, and I feel like, you know what I mean, that's just from the way we practice, the way that the coaches get into us, and you know what I mean, it's just who we are at the end of the day. This is what we do, and you know what I mean, we go out there and play our brand of football.
All right, thanks, Rashad.
Thank you, Rashad.
For sure, appreciate you.